1. Antarctica is actually a desert. It may surprise you to compare Antarctica to those warm, sandy expanses of land we call deserts. While it's true that most deserts are sandy and hot, the actual definition of a desert, as explained by geology.com, is a landscape that receives little precipitation. Think rain, snow, drizzle, hail, or anything similar. As it doesn't rain or snow in Antarctica, this falls under the category of a polar desert. Antarctica is also the coldest, windiest, highest, and also driest continent on Earth. The extreme temperatures are constantly cold enough to freeze water, contributing to the many ice sheets, glaciers, and icebergs you'll find there. 2. Antarctica holds 90% of the world's fresh water. The majority of Antarctica is covered in ice, over 20 million square kilometers, and only 1% is permanently ice-free. This ice, with an average thickness of 1.6 km, contributes to 90% of the world's fresh water. 3. Antarctica used to be as warm as California. Antarctica has not always been an icy, cold terrain. Although some parts reach -90 degrees Celsius, this continent was once as warm as California is currently. Yale University scientists measured what the temperatures were like back in the Eocene epoch, a period 40 to 50 million years ago when there were higher concentrations of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Researchers estimated that during this time, the climate reached up to 17 degrees Celsius, with an average of 14. Antarctica was also once full of verdant green forests when it was inhabited by dinosaurs. That's vastly different from the wintry topography you'll encounter during your cruise. 4. The Antarctic Peninsula is one of the most rapidly warming areas of Earth. Climate change and global warming are very important factors to Antarctica's delicate environment. It's one of the areas on the planet experiencing the fastest temperature increases. The upper ocean temperatures have increased 1 degree Celsius since 1955, according to Discovering Antarctica, with the air temperature 3 degrees Celsius higher. Long term, this has drastic consequences on the physical living environment. Ice is melting slowly, and it is estimated that the global ocean levels would rise 60 to 65 meters if all of Antarctica's ice melted. 5. There is no time zone in Antarctica. Would it be weird to step aboard Antarctica and not know the current time? The South Pole is situated right in the middle of Antarctica, where the longitude lines meet, making the area inclusive of all time zones. It's not extremely important for Antarctica to have a specific time zone. There are no permanent residents, and due to the Earth's tilt, there are only 2 polar seasons: summer, with continuous sunlight, and winter, where there is no sunrise at all. Researchers and travelers that venture on shore tend to follow the respective time zones of their own countries. 6. Antarctica has an active volcano. Antarctica is home to several volcanoes, and the largest of them all is still active. Called Mount Erebus, it's part of the volcanic formation that makes up Ross Island. According to National Geographic, this volcano was formed around 1.3 million years ago, and is almost 12,500 feet above sea level. What makes Mount Erebus so interesting is the boiling lava lake, flowing continuously since 1972, but estimated to have begun long before then. It's only one of the few lava lakes in the world, and can splatter and eject lava bombs. 7. There's a lake that runs blood red in Antarctica as though someone has cut into the ice. The aptly named Blood Falls gush out over the Taylor Glacier. The water is extremely high in iron and salt, and when it comes into contact with the air, the iron rusts, blending to the ghastly color against the pure white surroundings. The water here is 3 times saltier than ocean water, and therefore too salty to freeze solid. 8. Antarctica has its own tur.
Subscribe now.